guys, it's Steph here again today, and today I am back with my winterween reading wrap up. I know it's a little bit late because winterween actually ended on the 9th, but I wanted to go over with you guys kind of what I read, my experience with it, and everything like that. So first, let's just go over like the prompts. So the prompts were I got them all written down right here. The prompts were to read a book at night or in the dark, read a book with a winter setting, read a book with snow on the cover, read a novella, and read a book that gives you thrills and chills. So I ended up reading a total of 6 books during January 3rd through the 9th for winterween. So read a book at night. I really honestly just read a lot of these books after work, so I just used that as like that challenge. So read a book with a winter setting. So I actually read the Shuttering, which I'll put the book covers over here so you know, because I read a lot of ebooks this week and audiobooks, but I read the Shuttering, which was a phenomenal book. I was actually really surprised at how much I liked it because I don't really like to read stories about like monsters per se. So pretty much this book is about these like wolves, I guess is what they are, that like are stalking these people at a cabin. And you know, they start to kill people and just, it was really interesting. I liked the premise around it all. The only thing that I kind of didn't like was like the beginning. It started with like 2 additional storylines that kind of just ended, and then it went to like the main storyline of the story, which you learned like the rest of the book. So I guess that was the only weird thing about it, but it was really good. This book could also go for the next challenge, which was read a book with snow on the cover, so it could go for that challenge as well. But actually for that one I read The Snowman by Joe Nesbo, and I was pretty upset with how like bad it was. I guess I was expecting it to be a little bit better than what it was, because when you read like the summary and stuff of the book, and it kind of really talks it up, but honestly like I just really didn't enjoy it very much. The beginning was kind of slow, and the middle was just majorly dragging. It did get pretty interesting close to the end of the book, and you don't really expect who the killer is. But I mean, it was worth a read, I guess, but it wasn't what I expected. So read a novella. I didn't actually like read what a book that's I called a novella, but I did read a book, a small book. I used that as like a novella. So I read And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which was pretty good. It's kind of like a murder mystery kind of party dinner thing. That's what the vibes it gave me. So it was a pretty good book. The next one was read a book that gives you thrills and chills. So I actually read The Patient by Jasper DeWitt, which I've been wanting to for a while. And it was so good. Like, from the very beginning through the entire length of the book, it was a really great story. It had a lot of detail and some psychological stuff, which kind of like makes it really interesting. And it read as like the guy's journals. I love books that are written like that. And the only thing is that like about a third of the way through the book, it started becoming a little predictable with how it was going to end with the patient that is supposedly non-curable. I kind of guessed what his issue was from about a third of the book in. So I was a little disappointed that I was right, if that makes sense. Like I was expecting a little bit more, but it was a really, really good book. So on top of those books that covers all of the different challenges, I actually read Long Way Down as well, which was a super quick read. I highly recommend you read that. And then the final book I read during that week was Where They Found Her, which is the Book Troop Book of the Month pick. And that was so good. So the basics of that book is they find um, a baby's body in a creek, and there's no indication of like who the parent is or what happened or anything like that. Um, and you follow like three different storylines, which is really cool. I love that aspect. But let me just tell you, you will not expect to find out, like when you find out who the parent of this baby is, like it, because throughout the book you start to think like you know, you make your speculations. I promise you that you're gonna be wrong if you're like me, because who I thought it was, who made sense, wasn't, if that makes sense. So it was super real. It was a really good read. I read it in literally a day. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. So I guess I had a really good winterween this month or this year. I really enjoy doing this because it really gives me a reason to read and to broaden my horizons a little bit with reading and like certain books. But yeah, it was super fun. During the winterween, I actually also watched The Snowman um, on Amazon Prime after I read the book, so that was kind of fun. The movie was just as weird as the book. I think too with The Snowman, it is part of a series, so that could be one of the reasons why it wasn't like the greatest thing, because I mean, it is a standalone technically, but it goes within a series. Like they could be read either or. But yeah, so that's what I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed Winterween as well. I'm looking forward to Summerween or Springween or whatever they're gonna do. I love doing these little challenges, especially when they're thriller related. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the new channel intro, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!